King Arthur 2, the sequel to the highly successful King Arthur, the role-playing war game. Could you tell us a little bit about the motivations for bringing a sequel to the world?
Yes, King Arthur 1 was really praised by the gamers, and we loved the fantasy setting that was really unique in King Arthur because we wanted to keep the role-playing war game genre as we created it with King Arthur 1, and it was a really successful choice to mix these elements, and we kept it in King Arthur 2 as well. Only this time we put more stress on the RPG management part in the campaign map, and in the battles we tried to be a lot more tactical.
It is a fantasy take on this era. Could you tell us a little bit about the story and who the main characters are?
Yes, of course. As a lot of people know, so in King Arthur 1, King Arthur fought with the enemy kings and he united the lands of Britannia, and he gathered the Knights of the Round Table, so peace and prosperity returned to Britannia, and he ruined in Camelot with the Holy Grail. So the story of King Arthur 2 begins right here, because something powerful and something terrible awoke beyond Britannia, and with her strange magic she destroyed the Holy Grail. She is Queen Morgause. She is the witch queen from the Orkney Islands, and so when she tried to kill Arthur, he suffered a wound what would never heal. So as it told in the legends, if the High King of the land suffers, the whole realm feels his pain, because he has got a mystical connection with his land, with his realm. So the forests became banner fields, and grey clouds covered the sky. So we colonized it's the wasteland. And here live the Fomorians, that demon-like creatures who returned to Britannia, and they destroy anything what they can find. So now King Arthur needs to save Britannia, and he has got some mighty heroes to aid his cause. For example, Sir Lancelot, who is the greatest warrior who ever lived, and. But now in King Arthur 2, he has to fight his inner demons, with his inner demons, not only the Fomorians. And that mighty heroes will be very important in King Arthur 2, because so you will have heroes as in the first game, but you will have some main characters, some mighty heroes who are more powerful and stronger than the other heroes. And they are all representing one of the main storylines, so they will have some special missions which can't succeed without the given hero. My personal favorite is Morgana Le Fay. She is an enchantress, the most talented student of Merlin, and she is a very beautiful lady who is ready to use her charms, and her character is very special because her main motivation in the war is being too powerful. So she is not evil, but she is very selfish.
Can you go into some more detail on the changes that you made in the gameplay mechanics for the sequel?
Yes, we made a lot of changes, and of course we introduced a lot of new things. One really important change is that on the campaign map now we're concentrating a lot more in the RPG management part. There will be a lot more detailed hero and army management. Your heroes can obviously carry artifacts just in the first game, but now you can even forge these artifacts. So if you have more unused artifacts, then you can forge a really powerful artifact from those, or you can convert these to experience points so that you make faster leveling up for your heroes. And it will be really important that you pay a lot of attention to how you improve your heroes and your army, because if you want to win the game, your units will have to be specialized and really powerful, and even your heroes. And there are a lot of other changes. So, for example, the battles. It's really important that in the battles now you will have 2 levels. In King Arthur 1, battles were on the ground level. Now you also have the air level, because we have flying units. So it's a really great improvement in the battle tactics, because you will have to count on, with that too. We will have a lot of fantasy monsters who are also, some of them, flying, and you can attack a flying creature, for example, with magic. You can attack a flying creature with your archers, or with your other flying creatures, because you will have flying creatures as well. And you can attack them with your ground units, but only when the flying units attack your ground units, then they can retaliate. And we have a brand new magic resistance and spell casting system in the game. Magic resistance will be global this time, depending on the skills of your leading heroes. And at first, the enemy magic will only weaken your magical resistance, and then it will hurt you, your soldiers and your heroes, of course. And there's a new thing that we call the casting time, because for the most powerful spells, it will take a lot of time to cast the spells. So in King Arthur 1, we got some criticism about the spells, that they were too instant, so you couldn't defend yourself against really powerful magic. But now you will have time to do that, because when an enemy hero is starting to cast a really powerful spell, then you will be warned. And you can even go and attack the enemy hero with the whole of your army, so he will die before he finishes the spell. Or you can attack him with magic, or you can take some precautions and strengthen your magical resistance, or take some other magical defenses. We have upgradable locations on the campaign map. So, for example, you can hire fantasy monsters from lairs. For example, in Wales, the dragons will rule, and for example, in Wales, then you will be able to hire a Welsh dragon from a dragon lair. So you will have dragons in your army, but they will be really powerful. So you will only have a few of them.
I know this game was just announced last week, so it's very early, but a little bit about where you're at in development and when we can expect to see the game come out.
As far as I know, it's scheduled for Q4 this year, but of course, if we can't deliver a really finished game, then we will rather slip. But we will try to keep that, of course. We were working on these titles for a year now, parallel with other titles, of course. And in February, we will start a developer blog. So if anybody is interested in how the game evolves and how new features are introduced, then they can follow it there in the future.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.